Beneath the scorching Egyptian sun, the Great Sphinx of Giza has guarded the desert for 4,500 years, silent, immovable, and shrouded in mystery. Millions of tourists gaze at its weathered face, never imagining the secret it might be hiding. But now, archaeologists claim to have uncovered something astonishing: a hidden metal gate inside the head of the Sphinx itself. Could this be the entrance to forgotten chambers, or the key to rewriting everything we thought we knew about ancient Egypt?
This is not just another rumor born of legend. Advanced scanning technologies, the kind once reserved for aerospace engineering, have been applied to the Sphinx in recent years. Using muon tomography and ground-penetrating radar, researchers detected anomalies in the head structure, voids, channels, and at last, something impossible to ignore: a metallic signature precisely where no metal should exist. The discovery set off shockwaves among Egyptologists because the Sphinx was carved from limestone. Its head, body, and paws are one single block of bedrock. The notion of a metal feature hidden deep within it defies everything we believed about its construction. And the placement makes it even stranger. Why the head? Ancient myths spoke of the Sphinx as a guardian of secret wisdom. Some legends suggested there were passageways inside, leading to a hall of records, a mythical archive said to hold knowledge of a lost civilization predating Egypt itself. Scholars long dismissed these tales as fantasy, but the metal gate, lodged exactly where the skull of the Sphinx would be, feels eerily like confirmation of those old whispers. Yet we must ask, what purpose could a hidden gate serve? One theory is that it's an entrance to a chamber hollowed inside the head itself. Skeptics argue the head is too small for a person to fit, let alone for a secret room. But here's the twist. The scans show more than just a solid wall of limestone. Narrow passageways appear to branch downward, possibly connecting the head to cavities within the body and even the bedrock beneath. If true, the Sphinx might not be a solid statue at all, but a gateway to an underground complex. Even more astonishing, metallurgical analysis of the faint signals bouncing back from the scanners suggests the gate is made of an alloy unknown in ancient Egypt. Copper and bronze were their staples, but this material seems harder, stronger, perhaps even closer to steel. Did the ancient Egyptians experiment with metallurgy far beyond what history credits them for? Or could the metal have been placed there much later, part of a forgotten restoration, or an attempt to lock away something within? The implications ripple far beyond archaeology. If the gate is truly ancient, then the Sphinx may not only be older than we think, but also more technologically advanced. Some researchers, emboldened by recent discoveries of hidden voids in the Great Pyramid using similar scanning techniques, propose that Egypt's builders employed architectural tricks we still barely understand. Hydraulic systems, advanced acoustics, precision-cut stone, all have been hinted at in new findings. A concealed gate of metal, locked in the head of the Sphinx, would add yet another layer to this unsolved puzzle. And this is not the first time secrets of the Sphinx have teased us. In the 1920s, French engineer Émile Barrès conducted extensive excavations around the monument. He documented tunnels beneath its pores and reported voids within its body, but his work was left incomplete, and many findings were buried again. Later, in the 1990s, seismic surveys by the Stanford Research Institute revealed large cavities beneath the Sphinx, sparking renewed speculation about hidden chambers. Critics dismissed these as natural fissures, but today, with modern technology confirming artificial structures, it seems Barrès and others may have been closer to the truth than anyone realized. If the gate is eventually opened, what might lie beyond it? Theories abound. Some suggest caches of royal treasures, hidden away from looters who stripped other tombs bare. Others believe it could hold ritual artifacts linked to the Sphinx's original purpose, a temple of solar worship perhaps, or evidence tying it to the reign of Pharaoh Khafre, who many credit as its builder. Yet fringe voices whisper of something even larger. Records of an advanced culture predating dynastic Egypt, whose memory survived only as myth. Such an idea may sound impossible, but consider this. Just a decade ago, few would have believed there were hidden corridors inside the pyramids, yet scans revealed them. The past still holds surprises, and sometimes those surprises shake the very ground of history. But here lies the danger. The Sphinx is one of the most delicate monuments on Earth. Its stone has suffered from erosion, pollution, and reckless restoration attempts over centuries. Cutting into it to reach the gate could cause irreversible damage. Egyptian authorities, cautious after past controversies, are weighing whether investigation is worth the risk. In the meantime, speculation runs wild. Is the gate protecting something sacred? Or is it a warning, an ancient seal never meant to be opened? Recent history gives us reason for caution. In 2017, researchers believed they had located hidden chambers in Tutankhamun's tomb. Bold predictions of Queen Nefertiti's burial behind the walls captured global attention, but further studies revealed only rough patches of bedrock, disappointment where hope once soared. Could the Sphinx's gate prove to be another mirage, a quirk of geology mistaken for a doorway? Perhaps, yet the metallic signature stands as stubborn evidence, refusing to fade into myth, so we are left in suspense. The Sphinx gazes eternally east, silent as it has been for millennia. Beneath its serene expression, perhaps locked within its stone skull, waits a secret sealed by the ancients. Is it merely a structural reinforcement, a forgotten artifact of restoration, or the key to a story humanity has long forgotten? The answer lies just beyond the metal gate, in the dark heart of Egypt's greatest enigma. And until it is revealed, the world will continue to wonder what the Sphinx is guarding, and why it has chosen to keep its silence for so long. The discovery of a hidden metal gate within the Sphinx's head has already left archaeologists stunned. But this is only part of the mystery, because beneath the Sphinx itself lies something even more astonishing. An ancient secret buried underground that scientists to this day still can't fully explain.
In many ways, it was the mystery of the Sphinx that really broke everything open, brought everything to the public attention.
Now, what we're talking about for the people that are uninformed is the idea that some of the structures in ancient Egypt are far older than conventional wisdom or conventional modern-day archaeology, modern-day Egyptologists. They would like us to believe that all of this spawned from a very specific time period.
Dynastic Egypt, as we know it, going back to about 3000 BC, was really a legacy of what I call now an earlier cycle of civilization. As a geologist with a geological eye, this was not weathered by wind and sand. This was not desert erosion and weathering that I saw on the Sphinx, the body of the Sphinx, which is very difficult to tell because it's been heavily repaired and reworked, but particularly on the walls of what are known as the Sphinx enclosure. The Sphinx enclosure is important because it preserves a lot of the details. And if the audience has not been to Egypt, they should realize that when they carved the Sphinx, it's all solid bedrock. Only the head initially was above the ground surface. They carved down into the rock to free up the body, what I call the core body of the Sphinx.
For centuries, the Great Sphinx of Giza has stood as a silent guardian of Egypt's Giza Plateau, watching over the pyramids and the Nile. Its lion's body and human head have inspired myths, legends, and scholarly debate. But beneath its imposing form lies a deeper enigma. What secrets does the Sphinx hold? And who were the architects behind its creation? The rediscovery of the Sphinx happened long after its original construction. For much of its history, it was almost entirely buried under sand, with only its head visible. In 1817, Italian explorer Captain Giovanni Battista Caviglia led an early excavation, clearing some of the sand to reveal more of the body. Yet, there were no signs of entrances or hidden chambers. The major breakthrough came in the 1920s and 1930s, when French Egyptologist Émile Barrès conducted a more systematic excavation, fully exposing the Sphinx's body. Evidence of subterranean passages led to speculation about what lay beneath this ancient monument. Could this be the legendary Hall of Records, a hidden repository of ancient knowledge? In the 1970s and 1980s, modern technology like ground-penetrating radar and seismographs was used by archaeologists such as Dr. Mark Lehner and John Anthony West. Their findings revealed anomalies, hollow spaces beneath the Sphinx, raising new questions. What were these voids for? Were they ritual chambers, tombs, or something more? These discoveries have sparked the imagination of both scholars and the public. Many speculate about ancient knowledge hidden within these tunnels and chambers which remain largely unexplored. The idea of the Hall of Records, a fabled repository of wisdom from a pre-dynastic civilization, persists, though no solid evidence has confirmed its existence. As for the dimensions of these hidden spaces, some tunnels extend nearly 30 meters, with chambers reaching heights of 5 meters. The complexity and scale of these cavities astonish researchers, as their construction would have required precise engineering to avoid damaging the Sphinx above. Could a civilization over 4,000 years ago really have achieved this with primitive tools? One particularly mysterious feature is a metal hatch discovered on the Sphinx's head during a 20th century restoration. While some believe it's a modern addition for maintenance, others suggest more fantastical possibilities. Was this hatch a secret entry to hidden chambers? Could it be a relic of a lost technology designed by the builders for some unknown purpose? The question remains, who built the Sphinx, and how did they achieve such a perfect blend of form and function? The Sphinx is an impressive 240 feet long, 66 feet high, and 62 feet wide. Carved from a single mass of limestone bedrock, its weight is estimated at 200 tons. Its dimensions are comparable to a modern football field, and its height rivals a 6-story building. Given the rudimentary copper tools available to the ancient Egyptians, this achievement seems almost impossible. While scholars attribute the construction of the Sphinx to Pharaoh Khafre around 2500 BCE, some researchers believe it may be much older. Evidence of water erosion suggests the Sphinx may have been exposed to heavy rainfall centuries ago, dating it to as early as 10,000 BCE. This theory challenges conventional timelines, suggesting the Sphinx was built by an even older, lost civilization. Could the Sphinx have been constructed by a forgotten culture, equipped with knowledge and technology far beyond what we attribute to the Egyptians? The discovery of hidden chambers beneath the monument only adds to this speculation. Were these spaces used to store ancient texts, or perhaps to honor deities through ritualistic practices? Yet, as we uncover more about the Sphinx, the techniques used to build it remain just as mysterious. How did these ancient builders move and shape the enormous stone blocks? Theories abound about the construction methods. It is believed that tens of thousands of laborers worked together, using wooden sledges and water-lubricated sand to transport massive stones across the desert. While modern experiments have shown this method is possible, some argue that a lost technology or unknown knowledge must have been involved. More speculative theories propose that the builders might have used advanced tools or sound resonance to manipulate the stone. The deeper we dig into the mysteries of the Sphinx, the more questions we uncover. But one thing is certain. As we continue to explore the hidden chambers beneath the Sphinx, the story of its creation grows ever more fascinating. History, it seems, is never truly set in stone. New discoveries and secrets lie waiting to be uncovered. Perhaps the greatest mystery of all is not what the Sphinx reveals, but what it continues to keep hidden. In the shadow of the Sphinx, we are left wondering, who built this ancient monument and why? How did they achieve such precision, and what was the true purpose of the Sphinx and its surrounding megastructures? The most common theory is that the Sphinx was commissioned by Pharaoh Khafre, who also built the second largest pyramid on the Giza plateau. But some evidence calls this theory into question. Water erosion patterns on the Sphinx's body suggest it could be far older, possibly dating back to 10,000 BCE, when Egypt experienced heavier rainfall. If this is true, it would mean the Sphinx predates the Egyptian civilization by thousands of years, suggesting the existence of a forgotten culture. Could this lost civilization have been responsible for building the Sphinx? And if so, why are there no other traces of their presence? These questions fuel conspiracy theories that continue to captivate the imagination. One theory proposes that the Sphinx was built not as a tomb, but as an astronomical observatory. Its alignment with the constellation Leo during the vernal equinox suggests a connection to the stars, possibly serving as a marker of time or even a communication device with other worlds. Another theory suggests that the Sphinx and pyramids were part of an ancient energy system. Some believe the pyramids were energy generators, with the Sphinx acting as a control mechanism. The alignment of these structures with the Earth's magnetic field, combined with their proximity to the Nile, supports this idea. Though no concrete evidence backs this claim, it remains a compelling alternative explanation for their purpose. But the mysteries don't stop there. What other secrets might be hidden beneath the Sphinx? Beneath the Sphinx, unexplored chambers continue to spark speculation. Could these be the fabled Hall of Records? According to legend, this hidden vault contains the lost wisdom of an ancient civilization, possibly Atlantis. Though no one has conclusively discovered it, the search for the Hall of Records continues to intrigue explorers. And then, there are those who believe the Sphinx's builders had help from beyond this world. Extraterrestrial theories surrounding the Sphinx have persisted for decades. Some claim that the precision and scale of its construction are too advanced for the period, suggesting ancient Egyptians had assistance from extraterrestrial visitors. While this remains in the realm of science fiction, it highlights the fascination the Sphinx holds over the human imagination. Yet, even without the intervention of alien hands, the Sphinx and its surrounding pyramids are marvels of engineering. As we stand before the Sphinx, we are left with more questions than answers. What was its true purpose? Who were its builders? And why does it continue to mystify us after thousands of years? And so, the Great Sphinx of Giza remains, watching over the desert, guarding secrets that may never be fully understood. What lies beneath its pores, in hidden chambers, or in the past still waiting to be uncovered? Only time, and perhaps future discoveries, will reveal the answers. Until then, the Sphinx will keep its secrets, waiting patiently for the day when we are ready to understand what it truly has to tell us. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the mysteries of the past, you're absolutely going to love our next adventure. We're heading deep into the heart of Saqqara, where we'll uncover a monumental secret hidden within a pyramid, a 100-ton sarcophagus that defies conventional explanation. The sheer scale and precision of its construction will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about ancient civilizations. Get ready to witness the impossible as we explore a site that pushes the boundaries of human capability.
In the boxes in places like the Serapeum, which is probably my favorite site, because there's literally miles of tunnels beneath Saqqara. So it's like a giant underground necropolis. Inside the Serapeum, you have 25 of these things, which are these single-piece, like 100-ton granite boxes. They're insane. It's absolutely insane. And this one in particular is in an off-limits area that we went into that's rarely seen by tourists. We couldn't make the box without developing specific tools to do it, because the way they'd make it is they'd cut like 5 slabs and then bolt them together, like a floor and then 4 walls, and they'd bolt it together into a box. These are single pieces. So what's impressive about that is it's like you have to quarry this one block of stone and then dig it out. You have to dig all of the inside out, and some of the examples of precision in the Serapeum are absolutely remarkable. You have perfect 90-degree corners in some of the boxes, perfect 90-degree interfaces with the lids, and some of these walls maintain that geometry from like being 11 feet apart. Like, that's insane. Like, that's one of the major challenges of this is in designing and maintaining that type of relative geometry in a space where you can't afford to make any mistakes.